How would you like to achieve your first million? And today we have Dima Raketa with us. Dima is a leading international expert in business development and data marketing and specialized in reputation management. He has won several awards, and as a CEO of Reputation House, Dima has worked with business in 15 plus countries, guiding companies across US, UAE, Europe, and Asia, turning the reputation challenges into opportunities. So, Dima, tell us, what are the 5 steps to make your first million?
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Actually, that's a good question. And every step to the first million should be assigned and should be faced with the value. What it means that on every step we should create some kind of value. I have my personal formula, which I presented to my students a few years ago, and it looks like the next one. So first of all, the first step is to get the hard skills. It could be coding, design, copywriting, analytics, or advertising. It doesn't matter. So you have to study this one. The next step is soft skills. People should start to love to work with you. You should know how to communicate, negotiate, lead, and so on. You should get some kind of soft skills inside your mind and your body. After you get number one and number two, you start to produce something, to produce value, and you should do it once again, once again, once again, and once again. After this one, like in computer games, you get the experience. Once you get the experience, you go into the fourth step. Fourth step is networking. If you continuously do the same thing with your soft skills, hard skills, time to time you will get new people in your circle. It is called network. And now we are pretty close to the fifth step. It's after you get the networking, you do well your product, you get good, you got good soft skills and hard skills. And after this one, the reputation has been created. And only after the fifth step, reputation can start to work for you. And for today, young entrepreneurs and not only young entrepreneurs, old entrepreneurs also, I don't know why they are starting with networking without having any hard skill or soft skills. And they're starting to get some kind of reputation. They create their page or maybe Instagram account, they add subscribers, but they cannot do anything. They don't have product, they don't have experience, they don't have soft skills or hard skills, but they think that they're expert in their field. It doesn't work like that. Only step by step you should go. Hard skills, then soft skills, then experience doing the same shitty thing day to day, improving your product or maybe your service or something like that. Then you get networking, and only after this the reputation counts. That's my point.
Fantastic, David. So, tell us the story. Why you decide to become an entrepreneur? Do you have any entrepreneur in your family? Any friend? Why do you thought that have your own business was a good idea? And which is
Yes.
something very risky to do, yeah. But it's easy to have a job. You wake up and then you go 9 to 5. You get your money. You need to work in the weekends. So, why you decided to become an entrepreneur?
Since my childhood, I understood that I cannot go to the work since 9 to 5 because my grandfather, he was he was a big boss of the big company with
Wow.
1,000 employers and so on. And I was growing up with my grandfather, and without a father, by the way. And I looked at him day to day, what he was doing. He was waking up, solving all the issues all over the business, and so on. At the age of 14, it was, I remember right now, it was like a weekend, and he took me and he said, "Do you see this tree?" I said, "Yes." What can you do with this tree? I said, I can lie down and chill under the tree or something like that. He said, "No, you should see this tree as a value and try to convert this one into the money. How can you do this one? We have collected plums, went to the nearest bus station, and
Wow.
tried to sell it. Yes, with his help, we sold it in 15 minutes because
Wow.
he told me you should find the proper place. It was a bus station. You should find the proper time. It was the time when people were going back from their work, and you should get the proper price. The price was very low because it was an experiment. He wanted me to show how it works, and he did well. It was at the age of 14. He he taught me how to get money from the tree, and that was an incredible experience.
Wow. Really
Yeah, since
powerful,
that,
right?
exactly. Since
Wow.
that, I understood that I want to be entrepreneur. I want to convert
You should be
something.
grateful of your life for what he taught you,
Ex-
you see, because
ex-
not all us entrepreneurs, we have a from more to look at. Nothing wrong, but for example, my parents are teachers, see. So they couldn't never taught me what your grandfather taught you about. Look, I'll show you how to make money out of a product, yeah.
yeah,
So I had to find out this in other ways. So you got inspired. So how is your grandfather when he actually find out that you decided to have your own business? He's happy? He's not happy? He's worried about you? He's telling you it's too much risk? What was the process?
sorry, he died 3 years ago.
Ah,
But
wow.
anyways,
But was
after
he
this,
happy?
he was absolutely happy what I was doing because actually, being an entrepreneur, you are the king of your life. You are the king of your business. You are the king of your family, and so on. And taking responsibility for the people who are hired for the project you are leading. It's, in my personal opinion, only 4% of population of our planet can be entrepreneurs. Gift. It's a gift, not any
It's
guy
not for
or.
everybody.
The biggest question is, which honestly I cannot answer yet, and I would like to ask you this question. Uh, what do you think? The entrepreneurship, you get this once you're born, or you can study this one? This is the question for you.
I think, well, based on this broadcast, we have interviewed already 500 billionaires, entrepreneurs so far from this broadcast, and this is what we find out. We find out that every entrepreneur has something within themselves that they know that when they have the chance, they can do better, right? It's sometimes I call it ego, right? It's not family related because some people this broadcast came with like me that they don't have any reference from the family or from any friends. They just solve it. But I knew from inside when I was working as an employee I knew I always was thinking, what can I do? I can do something better. I want to do it on my own, right? I think that sometimes, even when I was an employee, and they give me a job and they tell me, Harry, you have to do it like this. I always was thinking, no, a better way to do it. There is a better way to do it. I cannot do it like that. There is another way to do it better. So I always have an idea how to do better. And I think all the entrepreneurs have this within themselves. Right now, this is the problem. The problem is that some of them, yeah, like me, until one drastic incident happened, you don't take the decision. Like for example, for me, I was working a job and things like that. They traveled to London, but then my dad got very sick, and I didn't have any money to go and see him. So that day, I took a decision. I will never be without money ever again. And since then, I said, I'm now going to open my business and I'm going to do this. And I took that decision, right? there are so the biggest problem that we find out is that some hidden entrepreneurs, they are waiting for a dramatic thing to happen in their life in order to become that entrepreneur. For example, for you, Dima, do you have a job in your life, or you never have a job since you're 18? You start your own business, or do you have at some time work for anybody?
I try sometimes,
You try
but
sometimes, yeah. You see,
yeah,
same like
yeah,
me. You try, you go there,
yeah.
but you don't fit. Just
I
you
gave a
don't fit.
chance. I gave a
Yeah,
chance
you don't
for
fit.
job.
That's what happened with me as well. So at the end of the day, entrepreneurs are unemployable. And the other day somebody told me, Harry, send me a CV. I said, what CV? My CV is founder, 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 founder. That's the only thing that my CV says. There is nothing else.
Uh,
Big,
we need CV
I
only
mean,
for bank account opening.
so at the end of the day, but then Dima, the exactly being an entrepreneur is not for everybody. I love it, yeah, because you can design your life and you can design your freedom, right? Now it comes a lot of. I always said entrepreneur being an entrepreneur is a skill. The more you practice, the better you become. Now, it's like swimming or to drive in a car. The more you drive, so it's not such a thing that Harry and Dima, they are good entrepreneurs because they are lucky, because they are more smarter. No, we just try and fail, try and fail, try and fail. And in this experience, you develop skill. Same like driving a car. When you start to drive a car at the beginning, you didn't drive straight away. So you fail, you fail, you fail until finally you develop the skill. So a lot of people give up before finally developing this skill. And sometimes the process of developing skill in entrepreneurs could be business failure, could be bankruptcy, could be, for example, in my own experience, I opened one restaurant once, long time ago, and I lost 200,000 and 2 years of my life. It was a total disaster. Yeah, I thought it was a good
Yeah.
idea. Well, it wasn't.
Sorry for interrupting you.
Go ahead.
Was that the best experience for you?
Oh yes,
I
at
mean,
the
what
time.
happened after?
Hold on. At the time, I thought that at the time I thought that was this horrible experience because I lost my girlfriend back then. I didn't only lose the money. I lose the money. I lose 2 years of my life working Monday to Sunday. I lose my girlfriend. I lose most of my friends. I haven't seen them for 2 years. Most of my family. So at the time, I was feeling so angry, so depressed with me. What happened? What I did that? Yeah. And but after I realized that this is the best master in business that I ever have.
The best lesson.
My first business properly was doing very well. We managed to sell over 5 million, and I thought that I was the king. I thought that was a big deal, that I knew everything about business. Then I opened this restaurant, and I find out that I know nothing. That I'm a nobody, and so keep me to the ground. Yeah, put my feet back in reality. Yeah, and I did understand the complexity, and I did understand that that sometimes you took a wrong decision, that and you don't assess properly, then failure. But the failure was a big, sorry, a big
Bless
lesson.
you.
The
Yeah.
biggest even lesson. Even in this broadcast, you have people that we interview here. They make millions, lose it, millions, lose it, millions, lose it, until finally they crack the code. And so, Dima, how you overcome adversity? Because I never found anybody yet, or 500 million at the winter here, that told me, Harry, I made my business, and since day one, everything was amazing. I make a lot of money. Everything worked perfectly. I never have a challenge. Yet I haven't found any entrepreneur to tell me this story. There is always challenges. There is always setbacks. There is always adversity. So, what was one of your biggest adversities as an entrepreneur, and how you overcome that adversity?
Before I start answering your question, I would like to share with you and with your my formula. Formula of success. Yes. It's a very loud name, but I would like to share it with you. In my
Thank you
personal
for
opinion,
sharing. We are grateful that you're sharing it. Come on, go
thank
for
you so
it.
much. Thank you. Yes. due to my experience and due to all the stuff which happened in my life, those challenges and so on, I understood that for successful entrepreneurs, you should have only two skills, okay? Two main skills. Maybe in a couple of years, I will be listening this podcast and will be thinking, Dima, how wrong you are. But anyways, today I think that this one is good. So it looks like entrepreneur success is working under pressure plus tolerance to ambiguity. So you mentioned that a lot of challenges, so every day you're going to 1 million zero, 1 million zero, and so on. This is working under pressure. You will have a lot of problems. Yeah, your girlfriend left, your employers left, you have, zero cash flow, or many, but you have to continue. You have to do what you have to do. And this one is working under pressure. If you're facing the first challenges and say, oh, no, to 9 to 5, work 5 days a week and on the weekend go to the parents. That's it. You are out of challenge. That's it. And the another thing is tolerance to ambiguity. It's like jumping in a black water. And during your jump, you have to combine different details and to create, for example, a plane or maybe a car or something like that. You don't know what will be tomorrow. You don't know how the market will be tomorrow, how the market will work tomorrow, and so on. And many and dozens of things which you cannot predict. Who could predict the COVID-19? Do you
Absolutely.
know any guy who could predict that one? Maybe guys from Zoom because the evaluation grown ridiculous, but we don't know.
Nobody knew
Uh,
Zoom before.
exactly. So core things for successful entrepreneurship, they are working under pressure, continuously pressure, without bad mood, without blah 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 on, and for sure tolerance to ambiguity. Nobody knows what will be tomorrow, but you should be brave to make the next step to your successful life. That's it.
Wow, that's fantastic, Dima. Thank you so much for sharing. So, Dima, then let's talk about reputation in internet because it happens like you see this happened to me right when I was on holiday in Spain. They will they gave me and my girlfriend Lily a raw egg, yeah, in one restaurant, and I the I and I said to the guy, look, to the chef, look, change this egg because it's raw. Eat it. And the guy said, no, you need to eat it like this. We got eggs like this here in Spain, and this is the way. I said, listen, like I travel all over the world and I eat all over Spain from north to south. I'm telling you the eggs is wrong. Oh well, I'll change everything. So then I took a picture, put it in as a review, right? And then to the restaurant. And then what happened is that, in fact, someone replied. Someone replied, "No, this is not gonna happen again. I'm sorry. We're gonna we're gonna correct this." Yeah. So the business, I know the business have some reputation management and people working because it's a large company, right? So my question to you is right because it's so many negative review. I was thinking also that it's kind of unfair for this brand. It's a very powerful brand that because of one person, I had to write this review. But this business goes. It doesn't matter how big is the brand. If bad experience today, you can write this review online, right? And I was thinking from the point of view of that, like, wow, you see, this is for one person, the whole brand, which is that large company, regardless that somebody say, well, I'm sorry, we're not gonna do it again, we want to welcome you back or whatever, still this review was there. I'm not gonna remove it because I was not treated well, you see. So what companies can do, Dima, I know that you specialize in this, in what companies can do in order to do effective reputation management, because and how is the damage that that can do, and also goes even worse. There are people that will write something that is not even true about you, and tag and things. Yeah, that also happened to me. So it's not even true what they say, right? So how can you what can be done, or what tips or advice do you have for the entrepreneur listening about how to care of this? Because at the end of the day, we all have a business, and the business, most important, the business is the brand. When you sell the business, you don't sell a business, you sell the brand. So if this brand is not solid in the marketplace, you're gonna get less money. Sometimes you won't be able even to exit your business, right? So Dima, what people can do in order to uh, number one, take it seriously. We take it very seriously, myself, you see. But I think people out there that they say, well, I don't care if they write about me or whatever, and about my business. Then it's difficult. Then it's difficult because you say sometimes the names of the people. Yeah, it happened to us the other day that an amazing person, right? That we saw. Then we type name online. There was so many bad reviews. So many people said this person is a scam. This person is done. Well, I met him personally. It looks okay to me. Nice guy, cheater and everything. We have a good chat. He hasn't done anything to me, so I cannot judge um, what the guy is there. But online, see, there are a lot of dividing opinions. A lot of people said that it's amazing. A lot of people said that what this guy did that. So, what can
Actually, it is very good question. So I will start with the one. So according to the last researchers, if we are speaking about the marketplace, even when people do know that there are fake reviews are taking place, they continue 80%, 78% continue to trust. You know why? I don't know why, but that's the humanity. They know that they have 5 stars, 2,000 reviews, 90% of them are fakes, but they continue to trust. 78%. Another thing I want to share with you, it's the ethical side of the business. We are working all over the world with the clients in Middle East, in Southeast Asia, United States, Europe, and so on. And I can see that the business world is divided into two parts, into two ethical parts. One part of them, I mean, it is Southeast Asia, Vietnam, some African countries, some South America countries. They say, okay, Dima, please add me fake reviews. Okay, 1,000 today. I need this one. I need this one. Please, 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 please. We need. And other parts, countries like United States, Germany, like Hong Kong, like London, United Kingdom, they are telling me, Dima, never add fake reviews to my business card. Those part of the world, they are eager to know what do users say about their business, about their product or service. Because with the help of reviews, they can make product better, and make it. They can make people more to love their product because they are continuously improving this one. But the first cohort, they are looking for business right here and right now because they need to convert their reputation into their revenue now. That's the two ways. Actually, our company, I will be honest with you. We have started with the review management. Yes, we have found a lot of things there, especially on Trustpilot, Indeed, and so on.
wow.
We understood how to delete fake reviews, how to delete fake negative reviews. By the way, there is also the
Also there are
strategy.
fake negative reviews as well. Wow.
Exactly, because nobody canceled worse. So it's okay in the corporate world to add 1,000 negative reviews to the rival. and it's normal for today. And they're coming to us and say, okay, Dima, please delete the reviews because we understand that it's so on. We start to help them in the start of our company. For sure, we used to do some kind of review management, but for now we understood and got a little bit bigger. We're working with the big companies, and now we see, main tool which we use for today. It is called social media listening. We collect all the okay, Harry. How many? The question for you. What do you think? How many platforms in the internet exist where you can share your opinion or post review or something like that?
Reviews? I don't know. Maybe Google review, Amazon,
In our company,
Trustpilot.
we know 320 different platforms where reputation exists.
Wow, that's
So
very
you're starting with
impressive.
the
Oh
yes,
my God.
you are starting with the top 10, but with top 10 like Indeed, Trustpilot, Reddit, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so on. But we launch our social media listening tool, which collects mentions all over the internet, and we see more than 300 different platforms where people share their opinion. And big brands, they're eager to know what do people say about their service, about their product,
Absolute.
and so on. Yes. And
Big
once
brand, small brand, everybody.
Exactly. And once you get this data, you understand what do people in Texas say about your brand, what do people in Los Angeles or California do say about your brand. And then they come to me and ask, Dima, okay, I got the statistics. Okay, the 7% of these mentions are negative. What should I do with this? How to reduce negativity, how to blast positivity, and so on. And we provide them a strategy because there are a lot of different companies and businesses who do lovely products, but nobody knows about this one. And we're here. We are not like PR company who just post an article. We provide the strategy how to make people discuss your brand or discuss your service and so on. This is our core value. We make people discuss your brand. That's it.
Wow, that's really, really powerful. Then and Dima, you share with me that you've been doing this for 8 years. So what made you? Because in the field of marketing, yeah, this is very specific, yeah, very important, but very, very niche, very, very specific. I think that entrepreneurs, they started the first business, what they're worrying is about selling the product, right? And they use marketing and sales just to try to find new clients to sell the product, right? Now,
Yeah.
when I think that when people get to, we call it when people want market share with companies, one market share small company, now is when the reputation takes place for the existing company, because now people don't want to lose market share. And I think that this is where your product fits really, really powerful, because the if you have a very good reputation online, that's it. You are not releasing market share. So I think that but also, if I have a small business and I want more market share, if my reputation is better than the 16 players in the market that they have bigger, I have an
I will tell
opportunity
you more.
to gain market share, right?
Sorry for
Yeah, go ahead.
in my personal opinion, a reputation, it's online reputation, it's a hidden tax. You think that you have good reputation, but still you continue to lose clients. For example, you assign a budget for example, Facebook ads or Google ads or something like that, and you start to spend money. People see your advertisement, and they are going after to Google you. What do Google say about you? It's generation my and to Google. Youngsters, they starting to YouTube or TikTok or something else because they don't want to read. They want to see the short videos, but still they enter your name of the company, see the result. what do and now ChatGPT also says the result about your company. But all of these platforms, you have to take control. What do all these platforms say about you? And in case you spend $1,000 and then youngsters going to TikTok, enter the name of your company and see the first video which ruins your service or your reputation, for example, you just wasted your money. That's the point. So it's the bottleneck of the sales funnel, and I personally call it hidden tax. That's it.
Wow, that's really, really, really powerful. And what are the key that companies should be doing out there in order to improve the reputation of those ones that have bad reputation?
First of all,
Contact an expert like you. That would be that would be helpful.
we should divide into small companies or big companies. Okay, I'm
Tell us
personally
both.
working with.
Both. Tell us a small.
Okay,
Tell us
okay,
first for the small and then for big. So if I have a small
uh,
company, yeah, and people that have a small companies here to make the first million, and they want to do something
okay.
about the reputation, what can they do?
Very easy life hack to take control of the Google. 95% of my clients, they think that it's impossible to make Google, provide the necessary results. It's possible. I will tell you right now what to do for the small companies. Big companies, if they want, they will contact me. I will tell them what to do because every case is very complicated. Let's be focused on the small companies, okay? So if you want to make a top 10 results of the Google, it's like on a green side, and to make Google say about you what you want. So first of all, let's divide all top 10 results into the next groups. Group number one, first three results. Position number one, create your own website. It doesn't matter your persona, your small business, service, and so on. Google will catch your website and put it on the first, and place number three. This is only social media. Just choose two social medias, for example, LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. It doesn't matter, and uh, post continuously. Just two posts every week will be enough to make Google put it on the second place and the third place. Place number 4, 5, and 6. Don't wait somebody to create your business card. Go to the Indeed Trustpilot and create by yourself. Ask your first customers to place their reviews, and Google will take it place. But don't stop. Honestly, don't stop. Don't stop only on a two reviews website. You should your business card, business account on at least 6 or 7 or maybe 10 review websites, and the Google somehow by their algorithm it will choose which one to put on the position number 5. After this one, try to find in your region some kind of I cannot call it copies, but Wikipedia. There are plenty of them. Choose in your region one of them, pay them $20 or $30. They will post the article about you, and here the position number 6 and 7 is already done. And the last ones should come, maybe interview, or maybe article about your product, or maybe you can ask some local magazine. You don't have to ask or wait when the Forbes will come to you or CNN or something like that. You don't have to ask somebody local. For the small business, it's completely enough. And then in the end of the day, what number one, your website, 2 and 3, social media, 4, 5, 6, review websites, then articles and maybe interview. And just imagine if you now spend $1,000 for your advertisement company, and at least 10% of them will go to the Google and to see what the shit this company is they will find
more,
all the
more.
perfect stuff.
Everybody check you out more. No, nobody buys here anything. The
Absolutely.
first thing that you're gonna
Absolutely.
wait before you spend any money online, you check in
Absolutely.
London. You check in Google. The company, is okay. Is the reviews for everything. A hotel to go to a restaurant.
Exactly.
Who's gonna drive you in Uber? So it's present in our life, and I mechanism because before you try before if you treat bad client, nobody. I mean, they don't care. But now the consumer, with the power of the internet and social media, I think the consumer has been the biggest winner here because
Yeah.
they do have the power to write. Yeah, and for example, the review that I wrote, yeah, no, that is fake because I was in this restaurant. I described the person. I took a picture of the egg. I put it there. There is no way that you can say that is fake. You see, so have a negative impact, right, in the business. So we have the consumer the power now to be treated. Uh, so I think, but on the other hand, it's very important what you say, Dima, because when people write review, right, you can look at that two sides. You can look at, oh, this person is write the review, I'm gonna delete it and I'm gonna do this. Or you can think as an entrepreneur, how can I do better? What happened, with this review? I knew when I put that review in the restaurant, I knew that what replied my review was a machine. I knew there was no that guy also or actually a person. Yeah, it was like a
Sure.
message, like an auto responding, oh, I'm sorry about this review, come back again, you're welcome. It was a fake answer.
Exactly.
I write, but the consumer are getting very savvy, so we all do that. So in my opinion, if I write this review, yeah, and 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 I'm right because I'm putting the photo and I was not treated well, minimum I deserve an answer back from the person or from a human being. And we can tell as
Exactly.
consumer when
Exactly.
it's a machine. So that's why this restaurant for me,
Harry,
I don't know, I
Harry,
never go again. I never gonna
let's
go again because I know, I wrote this and it was a machine to reply me back. And I know that is a machine.
exactly. Let's
Maybe not so many
remember.
people know that, but I can tell, you see.
Sure. Let's remember the start of our conversation about the challenges. So, if entrepreneur doesn't want to face challenge and he asks machine to answer, he will
Mm,
fail.
yeah.
But if you're ready to face the challenge, to face the review from you, and think over, okay, Harry did this review today, tomorrow Dima, the day after tomorrow, John, and so on and so on. I'm doing something wrong. I
Mm.
think over. But if machine just sitting there, you know, as you mentioned with your previous business, you make wrong decision.
No,
On the end
sometimes
of
you
the
have
day,
a
you
complete.
fail.
But Dima, you see, like for example, in our business, I remember back in the day, right, that I received a complaint, and after we solved or we deal with the problem, we used to call the client and said, "Hi, hello, you complain about this, right? This is exactly what happened. That's why, like for example, I had the property, right, and there is no hot water. Okay, it's Sunday night, 1 a.m. The person comes to the property. There is no hot water, and they complain. Look, there is no hot water in this house, right? So obviously, in the morning we call the plumber, and but now it's a complaint. It's fault. The hot water should be working. Yeah, something broke on the boiler on Sunday in the evening. Of course, no plumber. Nobody will go on Sunday to fix anything in London, at least in London. So, uh, but on Monday when the plumber goes there and fix it, yeah, we call the client and say, look, we're really sorry about what happened. As you can imagine, that is out of our control that the boiler broke. Yeah, so we took your complaint, and first thing in the morning we managed. We are looking into the boiler to give a general maintenance to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Could be something punctual like an electric, whatever. We really guess what happened. the client can come back and rather than give us a negative review, has given a positive review and had wrote, look, yesterday I was hot water in the house, but this guy in the morning, they called the plumber, they called me, they told me what they're gonna do. Now I have hot water, everything. And something that it was a negative
Harry,
at the
it's
beginning,
an
at the
art.
beginning,
It's an art converting negative review into the positive review.
yeah, yeah, but it can be done. Most of that I don't remember when we had the property business. Uh, we knew that it doesn't matter what happened, what is the complaint. We knew that we call the person and we tell them something that makes sense. Yeah, I remember back in the day, I used to tell to my team, don't tell them there is nothing we can do. That's the worst thing that you can say to a client. Oh no, the boiler is on Sunday evening. Nothing that you can do. No, there is always something that you can do. Yeah, I remember that back on the day we used to tell the client, listen, the hot water is not working. Sunday 1 o'clock. Yeah, to a hotel, we will pay for it and take a shower. And
Yeah, exactly.
they used to say, no, Harry, don't worry, we stay and until the morning. That's okay. So there is
Yeah,
always
Harry.
something that you can do. You know.
You like Sheikh Mohammed in United Arab Emirates. He prohibited in all government structures to say world it's impossible. So
Wow.
or maybe Sheikh
Really?
Mohammed like you.
Yeah, there is always something that you can do. Dima, something. I understand you're based in Dubai. Yeah, I think that over there they take very seriously, right? The bad reviews. I hear about. Tell us a little bit more about this. Countries take this more seriously than another one.
Exactly. United Arab Emirates, it's not a democratic republic, it's a monarchy. And for sure, so there are some laws where you cannot say anything negative, not only about the government, but also about different businesses and so on. And, the laws are because just imagine, I will tell you a little
Tell
bit
us a little bit
about the
more about
Dubai.
this, Dima.
Yeah, a little bit about the Dubai. Just imagine, the population of Dubai is 7 million people.
Wow.
The locals only 700,000, only 10%.
Wow.
6.3 million people expats. They came there for the business, find their better life and so on. And
It's amazing. I love Dubai.
exactly, exactly. And just imagine all these guys in the government, fantastic efforts to achieve all this stuff. And for sure, if they have to take control about the internet because they make the Dubai a safe place and so on. If you see the car accident, you cannot record the video. It is prohibited by the law. If you see something happens about the racism, about, different countries. So somebody says, bad words, or maybe, or maybe even set up a flags with the bad words. It will be strictly prohibited, and in 2 hours you will be at the airport departing to your native country. So it's
So
rather hard
reputation
here.
management over there is you have to
Exactly, exactly, Harry. We're not with the reviews anymore. So honestly, it's a niche. As I mentioned before, there are a lot of ethical questions, and I don't want to be with this. We are working with what we do for the Dubai government. With our social media listening tools, we find the we're working with some structures like and so on. We provide them. We find the words in the mentions about the drugs, about the I don't know, tell these words here on the podcast or no, about the bad girls and so on. And we pass the information to Dubai police that somebody placed, the advertisement about the drugs or maybe some other bad things. On another hand, what we do for the big brands, we do some kind of brand insights. It is rather hard in on in 1 or 10,000 different messages, Facebook about, for example, Starbucks, to find something fruity. And for example, I will tell you how the brand insight looks like. For example, in Saudi Arabia, with one big brand of the coffee. I cannot say the name because of the non-disclosure agreement. We have understood, we have analyzed more than 60,000 mentions about their brand, their reviews, opinions, and so on in social media. And we understood that on the South, people do like coffee more sour. And on the North, they like more sweetie.
Oh,
We
wow.
provided this. We provided this information to the head office, a little bit the recipe,
Recipe?
and exactly, and the sales grown big brand. It's amazing, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
That how
Dubai is
that
amazing.
how
I love it. I've been there times. It's a fantastic place. It's very safe.
I invite you, but not during the summertime because it's 50-degree during the summertime.
For me, it's okay. I live in London. It's very cold. For my son, it's okay. We need a lot of. We don't care. Yeah, it's amazing. Dubai. Yeah, I have been in conferences several times. Yeah, and it's really safe, right? Weather is, and also
Really
again,
safe
even
weather.
though all the population are expats, yeah, there you find
Yes.
people from everywhere. There are a lot of events going on, and
Do you know any place in this world where 90% the population is are expats and still it's under control
yeah,
and it is safe?
amazing, very safe.
Very safe.
Absolutely, I even forgot my wallet. Nobody steal it.
Exactly.
It was in data. You know what is data? It's not
Okay,
like
of
the word. In
course.
data, you have
Of course.
people from everywhere. You forgot my
From
wallet on the
Pakistan,
table,
India.
and I
Yeah.
came back, and the wallet was there with the money and everything. Nobody touched anything. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. That was my experience. I don't think somebody else could be having something different. But I found it very safe, and I found it that you see, then in any try forgot your wallet in London, even with you there.
We see.
that so Dima, this has been fantastic. So Dima, tell us if people want to know more about you, about your business, about what you do, companies. Like I said, you don't only work with UAE, or you work with companies in US, all over. So how people can find you, how the process work? Can you share us
I
some
would be very
information?
happy. I would be very happy if you would not hesitate to text me in the LinkedIn directly. Yeah, and I will reply to everybody, and for sure there will provide.
How can they find
It's
you in LinkedIn? Dima, how can they find you in LinkedIn?
Dima Raketa. Dima Raketa. I would like to ask you under the in the description of this podcast my direct link to
We will,
LinkedIn. That's
we
great. That's
will
great.
definitely. But for the people in the car, some people are listening to the broadcast in the car, and
Yeah.
they can find you Dima Raketa LinkedIn, and
Dima Raketa. Yes.
and
Dima Raketa LinkedIn.
they can send you a private message in LinkedIn situation, right?
And then can check out our website reputation.house. Yeah, this is our
Wow, very
company
good. I
website.
love the website domain. It's very good. Reputation.house. That's brilliant.
Yes.
Good name.
Yeah, you can double check website, but I think it would be a fantastic thing if you write me directly because every reputation
It's
case
different.
is
Absolutely.
different, exactly, and with some kind of audit, reputation research, what is happening with your brand, with your industry, what are the challenges, and how we can help, and then we provide a solution. So this is the process how we work. Okay, so. Yeah, you can double check our website, but I would be very happy if any of you will text me in the LinkedIn and we can talk directly. That's it.
Thank you so much, Dima. And for all of you listening to the broadcast, see you in our next episode of Unstoppable, how a brave entrepreneur like Dima break the wall and achieve the first million. Bye for now.
Bye.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.